Los Angeles is about to look better than it has in decades. It's going to have cleaner streets. It's going to have new transit lines. It's going to have massive infrastructure upgrades. By 2028, this city is going to be polished. It's going to be refined. It's going to be global ready. But here's the part nobody on mainstream media is saying out loud. Not everyone living here today will still be here when it's finished. Because what looks like a facelift is also a filter. And the question isn't just what's being built. No. The question is, who is it being built for?
Los Angeles is racing toward 2028 with a makeover that could hit $100 billion. They're promising the first car-free Olympics. A city reborn. One U.S. city already lost the Olympics because voters saw the liability and flipped the story. Here's the pitch LA is selling the world. A no-build Olympics. No new stadiums. No white elephants rotting in the sun like Athens or Rio. Just SoFi Stadium, the Coliseum, UCLA, venues that already exist. A $7 billion budget. Privately funded. Zero taxpayer dollars. And legacy? Transformed transit. Jobs. Global prestige. You can't Photoshop away. $1 billion budget shortfall. 46,000 people homeless. Transit projects behind schedule. And a city still rebuilding from one of the worst wildfire periods the region has seen. They're trying to borrow buses from across America, not buy them, borrow them. Budget documents show the cost is up to $1 billion. Funding secured so far? Under $100 million. This is the part LA loves to brag about. No-build Olympics. Existing venues. The Coliseum for track and field. SoFi for swimming. UCLA for the Athletes Village. Sounds smart. Except no build doesn't mean no cost. This is where small upgrades turn into billions. The LA Convention Center needs a $100 million upgrade. Olympics don't go over budget by accident. They go over budget by design. Venue costs overrun by an average of 172%. LA budgeted $1.5 billion for venue infrastructure. If history repeats, that's over $2.5 billion in overruns. More than 4 times their contingency fund. LA can upgrade buildings, but it can't upgrade reality when costs start exploding. Because security is the budget item that doesn't negotiate.
This is what I call the Olympics accelerator. Not just development, but accelerated change. Because when a global event hits a city, deadlines replace debate. Speed replaces process. And urgency becomes permission. The 2028 Olympics didn't just bring attention to Los Angeles. It gave the city a reason to move faster than it ever could before. And when a system moves faster, it does not slow down for people trying to hold on. Let's talk about how this actually works, because of course it's not random, nothing really is. Projects that would normally take years to review, suddenly they get fast-tracked. Zoning restrictions adjusted. Approval timelines compressed. Entire areas get labeled as priority zones for transit. Housing. Redevelopment. And on paper, it looks fantastic. It looks good. It looks phenomenal. Modernization. Accessibility. Growth. But here's the part people miss. When you upgrade the system, you also upgrade the price of being inside of it. Look at what happens around transit expansions. You get new rail lines, you get new stations, you get new development corridors. Property values go up, rents follow right behind. And the people who have been living there for years and years and years suddenly find themselves priced out. Priced out of the very neighborhoods they help build. And of course, it doesn't happen overnight. No, it's very slow. There's no announcement. There's no headline that says, "You're being replaced." It just gets a little more expensive. Little by little, gets a little less stable, a little harder to stay until one day, you're not there anymore. And if this sounds familiar, it's because it is. Cities have done this before time and time again. Look at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. Look at the 2016 Rio Olympics. Major global events come in, infrastructure gets upgraded, entire areas get transformed, and somewhere in that process, long-term residents get pushed out. Not loudly, not all at once, but consistently. So when people say, this is good for the city, I mean, they're not wrong, but they're not telling the whole story. Because the city does get better. It does get cleaner. It does get safer. It does get more efficient. But the people who made it what it was don't always get to experience what it becomes. The city gets upgraded. The people get rotated. So as we move closer to 2028 and you start seeing the changes, the construction, the expansion, the improvements, just pay attention to one thing. Who's still there? And who quietly disappeared along the way? Because Los Angeles isn't just preparing for the world to arrive. No. It's deciding who will still be here to greet it. And once you see that, hopefully you won't be able to unsee it.